An eccentric Los Angeles-based founder and CEO of a wildly successful and innovative bioresearch company, Elis Dragon, is becoming extremely unhinged as he mourns the recent death of his wife while trying to show the board members of his company that another great innovation is right around the corner. His CFO Anna's basic job in this series is to keep Elis on track with his major projects and serve as damage control / go-between with the company's board of investors.
It's just you seem to be getting more, maybe, I don't know, why dance around it? Crazier.
Crazier? Or am I just letting the beauty of the world move me in a more profound way?
That's literally the same thing.
Anna sends Malcolm, project manager and childhood friend of Elis's son Jackson, to get him to come back to LA to help ground an ever-spiraling Elis.
We are up against a deadline and I need Elis back in the lab, but he's spiraling.
Upward?
Yes, Malcolm. His wife, who he loved more than anything, has died, and so, like an airplane that's lost its wings, he's spiraling upward.
All my dad ever does is try to change me into being more like him, and the rest of the world cheers him on. That's why I quit science and moved 3,000 miles away. At least with my mom around, she could run interference, but without her, it's exhausting.
Elis is spiraling, which I've recently learned only goes in one direction.
Jackson has natural chemistry with the boyfriend having Lucy, but ends up going for Ruby because the series needed a sexually tense romantic B-plot to spice things up. After karaoke, Anna fills Jackson in on the fact that his dad and the therapist, Leslie, the board got him, have a Stockholm-esque bromance going on.
You saved me. I want you to hear that.
Jesus Christ, how is it possible that even when you kidnap someone,
You mean give somebody a helpful timeout?
their reaction is still praise and gratitude?
You blackmailed Elis, very illegal. Elis, you imprisoned him, also not great. So let's call it a wash. Also, you can go.
Maybe it is time for me to leave.
This is all happening so fast.
Thank you for fixing me.
Elis informs the board that he's not going to be able to meet their benchmarks, and Jackson decides to stay in LA longer, so he can go on a date with Ruby. Leslie, the kidnap victim / therapist, gets Elis to rekindle their bromance on the low.
I miss our friendship.
But is it about our friendship? Or is it that you have a hole in your life because your wife left you a month ago?
If you can look me in the eye and tell me that you didn't miss this, I'll just walk away. You'll never hear from me again.
You know I can't do that.
Oh, he's coming back. I'll be back with my stuff. Oh, I got his kettle corn.
A reporter visits Elis to see if he's crazy. When Jackson takes dating advice from his dad, his date doesn't go so well.
Treat your date like you treat your core, with complete indifference. Although don't treat your core like you treat your core, because that is no way to get a lover.
Jackson comes home from his date with Ruby to Leslie and his dad eating ice cream together, and he snaps on his dad for giving him bad advice. When Anna tries to cover Elis with the invisibility cloak, it's not on the invisible side, and the reporter snaps a picture she uses for the cover of Time magazine entitled The Wizard of Odd. Jean, a board member that was Elis's late wife's best friend, comes to tell Elis that the twins are trying to replace him.
Titled trust fund jerks. They've ruined being a rich white guy for everybody.
Elis, I've always been on your side, but the twins are talking to other board members and discontent can be contagious.
When Jackson sees Jean in the lobby, they make plans to start having flute and harp jam sessions. Anna blackmails the twins with their Pilgrim reenactment video, and they back off. The twins hack into Anna's hard drive and find her super cringy fan fiction about everyone she works with, so then she backs off. When Elis and Anna go to toilet paper the twins' house, they hit one of them getting mail late at night. The twins aren't buying their bullshit and threaten to press charges, so they take them out for drinks. The twins have a good time, so they decide not to press charges.
You guys really turned it out for me and my bro.
Yeah, great hang.
But we really need you to make us some money.
Because we like you, but we love money.
Money, 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 money.
Jackson and Ruby decide just to be friends, while Lucy decides to break up with her boyfriend. When Leslie's all-night partying goes off the rails, Jackson urges his dad to kick him out, but Leslie threatens to tell everyone about the kidnapping. When Elis takes Jackson to his landscaping job so they can bond, Jackson just makes fun of him all day. Jackson and Elis make up by smearing a stinky substance all over the walls to get Leslie to move out.
What are you doing? Are you rubbing stinky goo all over my walls? This isn't odor sealant. This is odor. You're trying to make my room smelly, so I have to move. I would expect this from Jackson. He's an agent of chaos, but not you. Put your foul goo away. This room is already filled with the stench of betrayal.
Leslie calls Jean with the information on the kidnapping in exchange for a guest bedroom, immediately after he gets kicked out. When Jackson goes over to Jean's to talk to her about the emergency board meeting, he walks in on Leslie mooching off her like he did to his dad.
Look at him, grasping at straws. After your dad forced me from your oh-so-sacred home last night, I confirmed to Jean that Elis had, in fact, kidnapped me. Karma.
If I run the company, I know I can get everything back on track.
It's time for Jean. Experience, stability, betrayal. Jean.
Elis gets mad when he finds out that Jean used Jackson to get the information about Leslie being kidnapped, so he starts her car on fire. Leslie shows up to the board meeting and denies the kidnapping because Jackson tells Leslie that he can move back in. Right as the board is about to vote Elis out, him and his team show up with the carbon capture concrete, finally satisfying his investors. And then Lucy and Jackson kiss, breaking the sexual tension.